Hello everybody and welcome back to my learning space. So you have learned the basic left hand voicings, 3-note voicings, shell voicings, left hand voicings, but now you want voicings that are going to make you sound more professional and are just going to give a little bit of juice to your playing. These voicings that I have put together are intermediate to advanced voicings that are targeted specifically for minor songs, like the song Cheesecake that I played at the beginning. They give room to greater harmonic concepts, so I'm going to show them to you now. So the voicings are minor 6/9 chords. Okay, for instance in C minor, which the song Cheesecake is in C minor, we have a minor 6/9 chord. I also like to think of it, however, as a dominant 13 chord, because if you put the F in the bass, you'll get a F13, which means now when you play, you're not only going to be thinking of C minor, but you're also thinking of F7, which can kind of give you a bebop, kind of approach. Also, these voicings can give you a minor 6 sound. If you target the F7, you can kind of get a blues sound, Here I'm actually targeting literally F7. But I think one of the things that I really love about these voicings is that they open you up to the realm of fourth voicings, because the way in which this voicing is structured, it's already a fourth voicing kind of style. We have a perfect fourth here from A to D, and then we have an augmented fourth from E flat to E, E flat to A. But because of the structure that it's voiced, it's actually coming from the so what voicings, which actually coincidentally, I don't know if it's a coincidence, but they are actually built from the minor 6 pentatonic. That's why we actually have major thirds in these so what voicings, because they're following the structure of the minor 6 pentatonic, and you have so this chord actually exists within that fourth voicing idea. If you're not familiar with fourth voicings, you can pause this video and just kind of take the time to look at the shape here that I'm playing. And if you practice that in all 12 keys, you should be more or less familiar with the fourth voicing style, because this voicing comes from the fourth voicing within that minor pentatonic scale. And when you hear, you can kind of move in and out and in between. We could even start it. For the 5, because the piece is C minor and then D half diminished and then G7. Now in jazz, we tend to target the 5 to 1. Not really so much the 2, but for the purposes of honoring the piece, we're going to put the 2 half diminished in there. We'll voice the half diminished from the 3rd, but really we're trying to target the 5. And the 5, we're doing a dominant flat 13 chord. That's really that resolution that we're looking for. Now, as I told you about the fourth voicings, you can actually also move from the 5 to so that would be the first part. Minor 6/9 chord can exist from the 3rd of the chord, but it can also exist on the 6th. So on the natural 6th of the chord, this is what the chord would look like. And for the 5 chord, on the 3rd or on the 7. So the first one, the dominant flat 13 chord, started on the 7th, but you can also have a sharp 9 chord starting on the 3rd. So we could do, but we could equally also do, but this voicing tends to be too high. I don't really use it that much. Neither do I use this voicing, but they are an option depending on the key that you're in. So now the chord then does a 5 to chord 4. So same thing here. When we move to F minor, we move via the 5 because it first does C7. So then it does C7. So we voice from either the 3rd or the flat 7 of the chord, sharp 9 chord. And for F minor, we'll voice it from the 3rd. But again, the option for C7 can also exist on the flat 7. So, or this would be F minor from the 6. I hope that makes sense. I hope this is making sense. Or so now that we have our minor 6 chord voicings with the 5 chord leading to the minor chord, I'm just going to do a little demonstration. I'm going to play the song with the standard voicings, and then I will play the song with these voicings that I just showed you, just so you can hear the difference. Now here is the same song with the voicings. Now, since we're on the topic of fourth voicings, you know, there are stacked style voicings. And the thing with stacked voicings, you can kind of slide up and down. So it's always cool to go up a half step, which will take you to C sharp minor, 6. Same thing when you have the F minor. So for C minor, we can kind of play from the 1, a stack voicing from 1, stack voicing on 2, and when we're on the 1, we can go up a half step and perhaps land on that 6/9 chord. Same thing we'll do for F minor. 1, 2, maybe land on the 6/9 voicing, but also we can go in and out. So we have F minor, we can go up to F sharp minor, then go to the 2nd degree, then land there. So let's see what that will sound like.